Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, come at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch, and we have a lot of buyouts. We have P.U.N.K, Yubel, Penny Stonks, cards that I told you so, Genesis buyouts because of the point list, right? And more. Before we get into it, because it's going to be an awesome market watch, you guys know what I'm going to ask you guys. To kiss the tip. Just kidding. Hit that like button, alright? Subscribe if you have not already. If you're buying any cards off TCG, please use my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Also, hit the notification bell because you do not want to miss any of my uploads. Trust me, the information, alright, is you got to have it on time. Hit that notification bell. And we're just going to get right into it here. So, Rising Scale. This shit's back at $21. I told people $6 was too cheap. This card's not going to get reprinted for a long while. And now, if you got them at $6, $7, you have tripled your money. But they do go up to $25. So, if you got a play set at, let's say, $7, forget $6. Just $7 here, that's $21. That's the price of, that's not even the price of one copy now once these few sales are gone. You turned 21 into 75, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't know Magic, but just somehow did it. You got the Starlight Rare at 45. Gonna be honest with you guys here. I'm gonna be honest. If you want this card, at this point, get the Starlight Rare, all right? When Starlights were 40s and Ultras were 7, yeah, get the cheap rarity, play your fun deck for cheap, awesome, right? But if Ultras are going to be 25, right, maybe even more with tax and all that, and then I see Starlights here for 45, if you guys want this card, you could also go through the effort of trying to get these through different channels, like other sites, all that. Get the Starlights for maybe like 40 a piece, even just to even saving from taxes, and call it a day. Yep, I would hop on these Starlights like right now. P.U.N.K Jam Fever, all right. This card, it was like $1 or $2. I said they only need like one of these. I don't really see this card being a lot of money. I was wrong. $7, right? I said, yeah, okay, $2 makes sense, right? But I didn't say it was gonna go at too much farther. Yeah, $7 going up like crazy here. You've got the Starlight at 20. I'm gonna be honest with you here. At least this is like less than half the price. So I'm not going to go, oh, you have to get this over the Starlight, unlike, you know, Rising Scale, where if you put effort into finding your Starlight copies, you're probably only paying like $12 more, because you got to remember, you're paying like 23 to 25, but with tax and all that, you know, it's going to suck, right? I think you could at least get away with an Ultra, but if you just want to get the one copy of a Starlight, this card was 25, went down to 20. Maybe it'll go up even higher in the future, and then you can grab an Ultra when it's cheap and move this. If you got tired of the max rarity or you don't like the deck, I would probably go ahead and do that. Mulcharmy Perulia. So, I was like, okay, so we have all the Charmies in the structure decks. Meows was confirmed for like a long time. I thought we were going to get Fua, and then Perulia just makes sense. And, you know, people told me, Saki, why are people buying the Charmies when we have them as commons in the structure deck? Well, I think the reason is because people, first of all, obviously like the high rarity, but people not only want to go to events, but just because something's in a structure deck, and I saw this over at Yugi Twitter, where they're not really the brightest when it comes to the secondary market, and that's like the nicest thing I can really say about them, is they think, oh yeah, it's not going to be more than $1. When we've had staples in structure decks that were like, let's say the structure deck was like $12, we've seen the staple be $5, $4, $6, right? Stuff like that. So I don't know where people think that the Charmies are going to be like $1 or $2. I really don't. Perulia right now, your secrets OGs are 26, very affordable for secrets, but the commons most likely gonna be like $10 a piece. So if it is like that and you see secrets maybe even going further down, or you could get a deal, you might want to just get OG secrets. Again, if you're gonna pay 10 for the common, if you're paying something like 3, 4, 5, you know, okay, sure, this is like 20, 25. Fully understand you go on budget, right? But if you're going to be paying $10 for a common, pay $10 to $15 more for OG secrets at that point. You know, then we have the reprint, which is 20, and everyone look at all those walls. This is probably going to go even further down, probably to $15. And then you have Ultras, but we're not going to talk about that. Meows right here is like 28. People want it right now for events. We've got Pittsburgh in not this weekend, but next weekend. I should be there. It's like an 80-85% chance that I should be in Pittsburgh. I don't think I have anyone in my community from Pittsburgh, maybe one or two, but I will be there. And I've never been in that area, so I'm like quite excited, honestly. Mirage of Nightmare OG Secrets. Now, this actually went down in points at Genesis. You could play 3 of these, and it basically takes little to no points. I don't know if it's 0. I thought it was 0, but it's something either 0 or very low. If you don't know what this card does, you draw cards until you have 4 cards during your opponent's standby. During your standby, you discard the same number of random cards you drew. $10 going up to $15, $25 for your secrets. If you want this card at $10 before it goes up to $15, it's okay. But last thing I want to say very quickly about the Charmies is I think the game's definitely way more budget now. I think that this game, besides the Dominuses and the Charmies, we were doing pretty good, especially if like meta cores used to cost like $400 or $500 even higher, and with the cores like Justice and all that cost like $150, $200. It felt like the game got a lot cheaper, especially if you had Charmies from like way back then. You just were on a budget. I don't think this game is as expensive to play meta as people like to complain it used to be. Like it's been very good lately. I'm sorry to say. I know people are like, guys, the secondary market's a lot. No, this game is a lot more affordable than it's probably that we've have probably one of the more accessible times in the game than we've had in the past. Like it's up there. Maybe not number 1, but it's highly up there. At least when the 5D structure decks drop. So I want to add that. Now, OG Super. So I thought this card would be a lot of money, because whenever I see like OG sets like Metal Raiders, Forensic Guardian, Magic Ruler, I immediately think that first dead price tag is going to be worth a lot of money. And there's so many times where I just forget that it just doesn't work that way. You have a first dead light play here. I don't even care about the shipping, right? $2? Oh, but it goes up to 5, Saki. 4-5 here. This is an OG first dead super from Pharaonic Guardian. That is a strong spell. And it's $5 for the first dead label. If it was unlimited, sure, right? It goes up to $7, $8, $9 here. You guys have to remember, this is like getting hyped up, right? So this is the getting hyped up prices, and we start in the single digits. I don't know what that is, all right? But they must be smoking whatever the people in the picture are smoking. I mean, look at that guy, man. He's zoinked out. Anyway, Thunder Dragons here. I've always told people this. We will be getting support for Thunder Dragon. It's going to happen. All the other toss decks got 1 or more waves of support. Thunder Dragon is around the corner. Colossuses are $7, $8. Get your Colossuses. Ultis are 24, right? 2024. Then you have Thunder Dragon Darks. These are 3 there, $4, $5, going up to $8, $10. Wow, that's kind of crazy. I did talk about this card when it was 2 or 3. If you got it, good job. If you didn't, well, it's a lot of money now. Or at least going up to Thunder Dragon Roar. This card did not get a QC. I don't know why. This card shouldn't have been in rarity anyway. Because you guys have to remember, it gets like 7 different prints, and Thunder Dragon hasn't seen play in years, right? And it's so archetype specific, and it doesn't even match. Why did this card get 7 rarities? I will never know. I think the QC looks gorgeous. It's just that it was a bad pick overall. Thunder Dragon Roar, not even matching. They're like $2, so that card could go up as well. Thunder Dragon Fusion are still dollars. This card has been $1 for like 5+ years. Very consistent value. And then Thunder Dragon Titan here is... You got them for 5s here, 5, 6. Let's go what first that is for light play Nerment. So it goes up to 6 here, about $5, $6 here. Now this card was, and we're gonna go over the year graph. This card was pretty much cheaper. I talked about this card at like 2, 3. I guess this was near last year. And then I've talked about it maybe at $4 too, and now it's like 5, 6. This card, unless it gets the Starlight treatment, is probably gonna go up even higher. And remember, the Starlight has to also be like easy to get. If it's just like in a set and it's kind of hard to get, I doubt it. But yeah, definitely a card you might want to look into. I would get your Thunder Dragon stuff while you can. Definitely while it's cheap here. And if you guys like these market watches and you want to keep up with what I say, check out TCG Creator down in the description below. Whenever you click one of these cards, you use my TCG affiliate link to the website, so you can either purchase the card or favorite it or bookmark it, whatever, and you can make your own graphs here. And remember, if you're going to make a purchase on TCG Player and you want to support my channel, please use my affiliate link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to know what it costs you. And if you forget, this is a cool tool because you can go over here, click it. It saves it for like 24 hours. So if you're like, oh, I'm going to buy this tomorrow. Oh, let me just do this real quick so I don't forget Saki's link because it'll lock in for 24 hours. Go ahead and do that. Rage Rose Witch. 21 going up to like $27 here. People are wanting to play this in Genesis here. And this card is going up for the Starlights. Again, Doom of Dimensions. We just don't have this wall of Starlights like we did because a lot of people weren't opening up the set. Now the set recovered to like okay, it was $50. Now it's like 42. But the set at least is unironically, and this is going to sound awful, it technically feels better to open than on release. And that's pretty terrible. That is horrible, honestly. Garden Rose Maiden, still $63. Chuck along one of the best looking cards in the game. Bramble Rose Dragon, 15 listings, 33, going up to 38, basically 40 here. So keep an eye out on that. Black Rose Garden is still 27, going up to 30. It was really funny. I was telling one of my friends, right? We were playing Edison. Shout out to you, Peter. He was playing a Black Garden deck with Volcanics and all that in Edison. Edison is never going to stop evolving, I'm telling you guys. And it was really interesting. I said, do you know they made another Black Garden finally? And he's like, really? Yeah. So I just find it really funny seeing the normal Black Garden and then seeing this card. Definitely a great looking card. I definitely want one for my collection. Hoping to pick one up in Pittsburgh. Radiant Typhoon Phonics, the Great Flame. 1830 bought out. It's gone. GG. Radiant Typhoon, these are 28.30 going up to 35.37. Radiant Typhoon Swen is 32.33, 35 going up to 50, $70 for your copies. So, okay. If you want them, here they are. They weren't super cheap. They're like 20. No, actually, they were 15s. Yeah, they were that cheap. Yeah. If you got them at 15s, you made the call. Chance are like 35, 36. Marshmallow Yummy, 52, 53 for your Marshmallow Yummy. That's what your mother says when she's slobbering on my cock. Yummy. Man. Nothing really beats an older woman's blowjob, man. Nothing really does. You know, they know what they're doing. It's great. All right. Words of the wise from Team Sakurasou, aka Team Suck Your Asshole. Okay. So y'all know. You know, sometimes when I make these dirty jokes, I just want to stop the recording and be like, all right, Thomas, calm your stupid, goofy ass down. And I just, sometimes I do, believe it or not, and sometimes I don't. Yubel, the loving defending friend, I know I'm going to get a comment. It's going to be like, look, Saki, I don't always like the your mom dirty jokes, but now that you've explained to me that you're, you know, trying to hold back as much as you could, thank you. You know, I see your effort. Man, that's why you're the fifth best Yugi tuber. Anyway, Yubel Loving Defender. This is the original star QC here. These are like 42, 43. At least, you know, as you see here, they have tumbled down, right? And they'll probably continue to. And you're probably thinking, well, why is that? I don't know why I have them separate here. It's because, obviously, we have this Starlight Rare at like $1. I actually think this could be a cool penny stock for the future. Even though the deck doesn't really play in Genesis, they might just as an option. We're like, okay, put one copy in because the card's not bad. I don't want to hear that the card's bad because Yubel was topping before they got Phantom of Yubel, right? With just Loving Defender, right? So if they could do that, they could play this alongside Loving Defender, right? You know, it does a little bit of damage, can't be destroyed by our card effects. And then you don't take any battle damage. At the end of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent monster, you inflict damage, right? So it's not a bad. This card's not bad, right? This card is definitely not bad. At $1, it's fine. That's the way I see it. Maybe a card that you want to pick up for your collection, at least as a penny stonk. Then you have Phantom of Yubel QC. Now, a lot of people are scared because we could get this as a Starlight. And you're going to notice a theme as I go over the Yubel cards that people are scared of the Starlight. And that's what Konami doesn't realize, that when they reprint something that's a QC as a Starlight, they end up killing and scaring the whole deck's value of an archetype. And this is max rarity, right? So if this is about to be affordability or, oh, you know, or like to appease the people who are like, oh, I'm glad your cardboard's worthless because I still live with my mom and I can't even afford a car. So I like it when I see other people lose money because it makes me feel better that others are going down because I'm a pathetic piece of shit, right? Appeasing those people aren't going to sell your product, Komani, all right? It's not. All right. reprinting this as an ulti to make it super cheap, that's also not a reprint, right? Even though $10 is way more affordable than what the secrets were. I have the secrets here at about, you know, $12, right? Like I was all aboard. Instead of giving this card an ulti, giving it like an ultra, making it a couple bucks, letting people play budget Yubel when we wanted it, right? But you know, Konami sometimes decides to give it an ulti. It's very odd. But yeah, that's the thing about this. I do not blame people for being worried and scared about picking up the QC. But 19 listings, $50, goes up to 52 here. The next page goes up, all up and up and up. And usually I don't skip around here too much, but we are going to go Nightmare Throne. It has also gone down to $46, $50, $51 here. So people are scared. People are very scared of it, but you know what? I think there could be an opportunity to pick those up, but it is a risk. It is a medium risk, probably a medium to high reward. It just depends, because it is Yubel, right? People will also want just the QCs, which people will consider the OG high rarity. But if people are scared, I don't blame them. Your secrets are like 12 bucks, right? So going up a little higher. I don't have ultis for some reason. I don't know why I don't have the ultis. So we're actually going to look up the ultis real quick. Huh. Ultimate Rare, aka Piss Hands, $8, $10, $11. So it's going up, but this card bounces between 8 and 10. It was like as cheap as 7 or 6. It is always wild to me seeing how bad OTS has fallen sometimes. It is pretty crazy. Yubel, the Ultimate Nightmare, these are $10 straight up. Okay. Not bad for a QC. If you want to grab one of these, they're probably not going to make it a start rare. They'll probably just stick to the extra deck. It's not too bad. Yubel, the Anniversary QC, $2, not bad. You do have the alternate secrets here at like $3. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. People have QC fatigue. Secret rares, especially with the alt art. I'm gonna be real. This alt art looks so much better than the OGR. I would be running these secrets by far. They look way too good. So that's why this card is still holding some value. Nightmare Throne Ultras at $5 to $6. Not too bad if you want to pick them up. Or your secrets at about $5 as well. This card went up to $8. Definitely a card you might want to pick up while you can. For sure here. Also, very quickly, guys, if you love the channel and you find me funny, you want to support me, consider being a channel member. We got the member-only videos, like going over every QC in Rarity Collection 1. We've got, you know, emotes, and we got a lot more. So consider being a channel member. You'll have like a join button. It'll even be down there. Hit that like button and notification bell and subscription while you're there. Click all the buttons you can, besides the dislike. But if you miss, hey, it's fine. You know, it is what it is. But it sounds so sad when I said that. But if you do have a little bit to spare and you do want to throw up my way, hey, I would really appreciate it. Gandora, the G-Spot Dragon of Destruction, $30, going up to $50. People have been talking about the Yugi deck being good in Genesis or just wanting to play it in general. People do underestimate that. Like, people want to play their anime decks. That's actually why I think Vrains did as well as they did, because every Vrains deck had, like, the casuals and the metas players, why you get the same cards? At least somewhat, right? Goki, Trickstar, Firewall, you know, Altergeist, right? It was really, really cool. That's the one big compliment I definitely have for Vrains. But Gandora, the G-Spot Dragon, Shining Sark, and Dark Magician Girl, right? All of that. You know, people are always going to want to play decks relying around them. If you give them a format where they could shine a bit, they're going to take it. Before we move on, I actually want to look at OTS 29. I just want to see how it's faring here. All right, so Keto, $55, $60, going up to 65. You got your Jokels at 58. And then you've got your Cupsies at 32. Now, I did say that Cupsy will be the cheapest, even if Yummy's the best deck in the format, because 3 of, 1 of, right? Once enough Yummy players get their ulti, they're done, right? That's just kind of how it is. Definitely going to be a very cool card. I will be grabbing this around $10, for sure, for myself. Mitsurugi Prayers, $8. Well, you got one wall here at 3, but then they're like 8s. 2 for your Sajis. $1 for your Ravens. Very good super. Photon token. A lot of people are complaining about this token. I'm going to be real. I just want a Sword Soul Adventure token, and then they could do whatever they want with the token slot, and I think everybody will shut up. including me. Mistaken Arrest, just one here for $2. Fractal at $1. You know, you got some cheaper stuff here. OTS 29. I mean, at least you have value, right? Artemis, the Magistus Moon Maiden. Now, a lot of people are forgetting about Magistus, right? We do have it coming up. Your Artemises are $14, going up to $15. Then your Crowley, or not Crowley yet. We have Crowley. Where are you, Crowley? What the hell? Did I skip a card? Okay, I skipped a card. Okay, we are definitely not missing Crowley. Hell no. I pulled this up. So, Crowley, these are $8 to $9 here, right? Roughly around. This card did spike at about 20 to 25. Then it went down to like 15, 14s, 18, stuff like that. Going down, down, down. And now it's like $9. I'm telling you guys this right now. Keep an eye on this card. We know it's going to bounce back up again, right? Obviously, it was best to get these at 3s, but you could get these as they go a little cheaper, or keep an eye out. Maybe they go to 7, 6s, and then grab them then. Chorozo. How's Chorozo doing? Come on. I know you're going to pop up here. Not Chocolate Almond. Come on. Come on. Here we are. $2 here for your Chorozos. By the way, there's another buy. I forgot I forgot what it's called. It was in Lost Arts. I know it was like the girl that I always says has the trifecta of fan service. Where is she here? Here she is. Chocolate Magician Girl, the Lost Art. This actually bought out at like 10, 8, 20, going up to $40. Nobody's going to pay $40, but this is pretty crazy. The reason I say this as the trifecta of fan service is because you got the midriff, right? You got the bottom titty, you got the armpit, and you even got the thighs, right? There's something here for every person, right, to like. This is my favorite, like, mini, I guess, or like side character Magician Girl, I guess you'd say. Definitely the cutest looking. I don't even know why she's a water, but I had one for my personal collection still when I bought product when this came out, probably closer to 2 years ago. Ninaru, these are 30, 32, going up to 40, 45. People are getting ready for the Magistus stuff. Celine, I don't know if they're going to use it, but it's a spellcaster, and, you know, some of the cards like Crowley and all that were spellcasters. I don't know if they're going to play this. I don't think so, but I always, whenever I look at Artemis, I like to look at this card. $7, $8 for your Celines, so not too bad. Did I go over Artemis? I forgot if I even went over Artemis or if I just like whooshed over it. But yeah, your Artemises are 14, 15, so just keep an eye out on it. Incredible Ecclesia, we already went over this last market watch, but right now they're still about $60. You have one cheaper there for 50, then it's like 60, 65. You have Galatea I, the Orcust Automoden. You got $8, $9, $11 here, 12. So this card is going back up, and it even goes up to 15 on the next page. So you might want to get your copies while they're cheap. Herald of Orange Light, I talked about this starter before. They're 40, 41. I told people to get them at like that $32 mark. They've went up $10, and they keep going up here. 14 listings. Definitely grab your set before it skyrockets in price. Also, if you guys like these videos, hit that like button. Also, do you know we have a Discord? It's pretty dope. We have, misprints. We have general chat. I want to start giveaways next year because sometimes I definitely understand that, in the Discord, it's like the same 10 people talking sometimes. So I want to do some Discords. It's kind of up to like hype the fun a little bit, right? So I'll be talking to some of my mods about that for next year. That's one of my goals as well. And then what else was I going to say? That, and, let me know what cards will go over next Mark Watch. I love it when you guys give me suggestions. I always appreciate it. And then we also have Gravekeeper. Well, we also have Herald, just really quick. This is a nice little penny stonk right here. It's not too bad. Then we have Gravekeepers, Recruiters, Secrets, 15 cents. Again, these are just like, when I say penny stonks, I really mean it like couch change. If you want to spend $1 and toss these somewhere just because they're cool, type of penny stonks. But again, with the amount of listings they have, it definitely will be quite hard. Two more cards very quickly for you guys. Grisalia Prison here. We went over this as the D-Barrier replacement. And right now, your supers are still like $5, $6. If we start seeing this, this is going to be one of those supers that, yet again, 10 years pass and this random bulk card is worth double digits, right? It's not going to be as bad as something like Vanity's Emptiness, but Pretty bad. And then we have Alpha, the Master of Beasts QC. Again, thank you to those who suggested cards to go over in my next market watch. Sorry, I waited till the end. These are like $3, $4 here. Believe it or not, when this card came out as a secret, it was like 40, $50. This card is, you know, not bad. You special it, you target any number beast, beast warrior, or winged beast you control, you return them to the hand, then return up face up monsters your opponent controls hand equal to the number of cards you return to the hand. Non-targeting, by the way, that I believe. And then it also says cards, so you could do back row, I believe, as well. I just want to see this. Oh no, it's face up monsters, not back row. My fault. And then you can't, this card can't attack directly, right? Which is something, right? And it says you can only use this effect once per turn. So what I believe is you could special this, bounce a card. If they don't stop it, just bounces the card. Then you special this again. It can't attack directly, but you can like link off with it, do whatever. This card just can't attack directly, right? It can still attack, which is kind of cool. So right now they're $3, $4 here. This is not a bad card to maybe look into. Again, I don't think it's like as bad. It's kind of like we have enough cards that are kind of oh, you know, we can force out a negate or we can force out this or that. So it doesn't meet its requirements. But maybe for like a certain beast deck where you could special this, put bodies on the board and then do it all, and then start your combo, might not be bad, right? But then again, your opponent might just, you know, have the negate, right? So you're just wasting your time. But you never really know. They always have to keep a negate for Alpha Master of Beasts, though. If they have, like, say, 2 Omni negates, and that's all their board has, not including hand traps. Let's say you do your you're trying to do your combo. Let's say they negate something that's like a +1. Then you special summon this. Great. Whenever I use my Omni negate, he's going to use Alpha. And if I have to hold it for Alpha, and you can kind of play from there. It's kind of a cute card. I think that they wanted this to be played with Tri-Brigade and just never did. That's just my thoughts personally. But with that being said, guys, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.